Hey teachers, so it's a new year or a new semester and you have a new group of students coming in, but you want to make sure they have access to the same Canvas course material that you used with your previous students. I'm going to walk you through how to either import content from a master course / sandbox, and I'm using those interchangeably. Those are courses that are created in Canvas, only you have access to it, students do not have access to it. You keep it indefinitely. You usually keep it in your unpublished courses, and it's there so that you can edit material and continue to have access it indefinitely. That is a master course or a sandbox. So you can either import from a master course / sandbox, or you can import it directly from a previous course. The steps are exactly the same, so I'm going to show how to do both in one video so that you can see what that looks like. The first thing you need to do, you need to make sure you're in your Canvas dashboard. You'll know that because you'll see the word dashboard. If you're not certain, the easiest thing to do is click on this little Iredell Statesville Schools lamp logo, and that will take you to the dashboard. Then what you're going to do is, assuming you have new sections of new students, you will see that there's all these new courses ready for you. Now, I teach AP US History and World History. I also have sections of students coming from lots of different schools because I teach with Iredell Statesville Schools, with virtual Iredell Statesville Schools. So yours might not have this. Yours almost certainly does not have this many. So don't stress about that. I'm just showing you that's what's going on. So basically right now I'm making this, it's December 6th, 2024. That means I'm going to be soon getting ready for my spring 2025 course. And so what you can do is you can look at this little code. I like to use my ISS Virtual Academy section. I'll explain some other time, maybe if you have questions, but for the purposes of this video, I'm going to try to keep it narrow. The 24 to 25 refers to the school year. This is the 2024-25 school year, and S2 stands for semester 2. So that means this is a spring semester course for 24-25 school year for students who are in the ISS Virtual Academy. So this is the course that is currently empty. It's the course that already has students enrolled that I will teach in the spring, but it has no course content. So this is what I want to import content into. So I'm going to go to this blank course and I'm going to open it up. You will see that the landing page is already here, but you'll also see that when I click on assignments, there's nothing in here. There's no content. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to the home page and I'm going to import existing content. Then what I'm going to do is it'll bring back a drop-down menu here. I'm going to copy a Canvas course. Now, this is where, depending on whether you're going to use a sandbox / master course, again, I use that interchangeably, that's where you've already imported course content into a new course that you made on your own. If you want to know how to do that, I have another video you can watch for that. Or you're going to import it from a previous course that students worked out of. It's done the same way, right? So the first thing you're going to do, let's assume you're going to import it from a master course. If you watch my video on how to make a master course, you'll know that I have one titled New World. Don't worry about why it's called New World. That's just what I called it. So maybe yours is Biology Master Course. Maybe yours is Civic Literacy Sandbox. Whatever it is, whatever your master course / your sandbox is, that's what you go with. So New World is the one that I made in the video that shows how to make a course. So type in what the name of the course is and select it below. So just so you can see it, I knew it was called New World, so I typed it in, it found it. They know it's in default term. That default term shows that it is a sandbox or a master course. It's not actually assigned to a group of students in any particular time. So I brought it up. It's red now. I'm just going to click it, and there you go. Boom. So if I do these next steps, with that, I'll import from a master course / sandbox. However, you may prefer to just import directly from a previous course, right? So again, if I'm getting this ready for my spring semester course, I might just want to pull in what I've got in the fall, because what I did in the fall is good. I didn't need to edit it. If that's the case, I'm going to type in the name of my fall course. So that's going to be World History Online Roseman. Okay. Now, again, you're going to see a lot less than I do. You'll notice this brings up every course entitled World History Online-Roseman, and it's going to start with the oldest courses and work down to the newest courses. So again, the course that I used most recently was the, wait, no, that's not it. It's the Iredell Statesville Schools Virtual Academy. Here we go. So the one that I've used most recently is my World History Online, Roseman, for the ISS Virtual Academy in the 24-25 school year, semester 1. So that's my fall course, and I'm importing it into my spring course. So same deal. I'm going to click it and select it. Okay. Now, so what I just did, this is the same. You're just choosing either to do a master course or a previous course, right? It works the same way. What we're going to do from here on out is identical. Okay. So what you're going to do is you want to import all content. That means all assignments, all images, all videos, all announcements, right? You can choose select specific content, but you have to really know exactly what you want to bring over, and it can mess up some of the formatting. Going from one page to the next isn't going to work right. You really need to know what you're doing if you do select specific content. So I would recommend doing all content. I would not recommend importing existing quizzes as new quizzes. You can. I personally do not much care for new quizzes. It's very quirky. And furthermore, I don't trust the conversion process to be done correctly. So I personally would not recommend clicking that. I do, however, recommend clicking Adjust Events and Due Dates and then Remove Due Dates. This will prevent my spring semester students from getting zeros that they weren't expecting to get because their due dates were fall semester due dates and it was a spring course. There are other problems as well, but that is one of the most notable problems if you do not remove due dates. And then from there, I'm just going to click Import. You'll see it begins the process right here. Right now it says queued. In a moment, you'll see the word running, and there you go. And you'll see this bar is starting to fill up. Okay, I'm going to pause the video for just a moment so I can let this process complete, and then I'll pick back up in a minute. Okay, there was a lot of content in there, so it took about 11 minutes. That was what I paused, but you'll now see that what did say running now says completed. It does say there's 61 issues. I will tell you most of these are because since the due date has been taken out and since these assignments were set to sync with PowerSchool or Infinite Campus or whatever it is we're working with as you watch this video, without a due date, that syncing cannot occur. So most of the errors are just telling me that I need to make sure a due date is in there, and I will. There are a few things in here where there's a problem on one of the texts or a missing link. I would say a best practice is to click on all of these and fix them. But the purpose of this video are too narrow for that, so I'm not going to do that. I do want to show you just a couple things. Now I can click on assignments. And again, this is the same course. This is just the new empty course that was already created for me by the district, but now it has content from either a sandbox or from a previous semester. And you'll see there's all this classwork stuff. There's quizzes. All these things are now in there. When I click on modules, all of it is is organized into the appropriate modules that my students are going to work through. Now, one thing you'll see that is not how I would like to do it, and I'm going to fix that on this video, it has defaulted back to the Iredell Statesville Schools landing page. Many of you may use the Iredell Statesville Schools landing page. That's fine. I do not. So what I want to do is show you how to real quickly go back to the landing page that you want to use. And what you're going to do for that is you're going to go over here on the left-hand side and you're going to find Pages. Now, yours may not be here exactly, but mine is right there. I'm going to click Pages. The name of the home page I like to use is called Homepage, and then This World is in parentheses. So it is defaulted to take me to the home page when I clicked on Pages. Now I'm going to click View All Pages. I'm going to scroll down, it's alphabetical, until I see Homepage with This World in parentheses. And here it is right here. Right? You can see it's not these other home pages. That's what it's currently defaulting to. I want Homepage, This World, and this is the homepage I want to use. All these things are linked to what I want it to be linked to. So now I'm going to click this little 3 dots here. We call this the stoplight. I'm going to click that and then use this front page. Now you'll see it says front page. That showed up just a second ago. Now I want to click on home. This is the home page I'm used to. So now when students click about your teacher, it takes them to my actual about your teacher page, whereas before it would not have, and all those things are fixed. And then finally, once you've gone into modules and given due dates for that first module at least, once you've, I would recommend, unpublished or hidden until a particular due date other modules. So once you've done things so that it's ready for students to watch, again, I could show that as well, but that goes well beyond the purpose of this video. Once your course is ready to go, at least for that first couple of days of instruction, then you can come over here to where it says unpublished and publish the course. I'm not going to do that because my students won't start for a month, but that's where you would do it because as soon as a student starts working, you cannot unpublish it. So make sure it is ready to go before you hit unpublished, or excuse me, before you hit publish, and then your students are ready for a fantastic new year, or new semester of learning.